What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jira from Chronic Endurance, and I'm back today with another video. Today is our first 1 in 5 campaign on our YouTube channel, and I am so excited. The 1 in 5 campaign is designed to give you a look into the lives of those with chronic illnesses and autoimmune diseases. And today, we have none other than Miss Tashira Spann. Tashira is a 27-year-old, fun, energetic, caring, lively multiple sclerosis warrior. And today we are here to tell her story. So sit back, relax, grab your cup of tea if you need it, and without further delay, meet Tashira Spann. Alrighty, Tashira, we are recording now. Thank you so much for joining me for this interview today. I am so happy to have you and to be able to tell your story because we need you. We need to hear your story. So we're going to dive straight into this interview, girl. So I want you to first just tell me a little bit about yourself. What does Tashira like to do? Who is Tashira?
I am 27 years old. I am from Mississippi.
Come on,
born and raised. I live in Georgia now, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go back to Mississippi, but it'll always be home.
Right,
it'll always be home. I am the silliest, goofiest, moodiest.
I hear you.
I like to eat a lot. Right now, I work as a optometric tech, so I'm thinking optometry will become a career for me, but we'll see. We'll see.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'm the oldest of 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. So in your spare time, what do you like to do?
I like to nap.
Friend. I love naps.
And I definitely blame MS because I'm always tired. Like I go to work and I deal with my siblings and I deal with the dogs and I deal like I'm constantly doing stuff. So in my free time, I want to take a nap.
I hear you. I hear you. 100%. 100%. Okay, so you already told us what your diagnosis is. You have MS. What is MS? What does MS stand for?
Multiple sclerosis, and I have relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis.
Okay, and explain to us what that means.
So, I pretty much I have relapses often. So like I can't say it'll be stable because it's never really stable. Right. But as far as my lesions and things like that, those would be stable, like to a certain point where I don't have more. But if I get a relapse, that's pretty bad. Everything will like go in a shutdown mode, and we try not to have relapses. And it's different things that cause relapses, so it's kind of hard.
Yes, absolutely. And the main point of the 1 in 5 campaign is to just pretty much educate the general public about what it is like living with a chronic illness and or autoimmune disease. And so what are lesions like for you? How do you find them? What do they do? How is that a part of your diagnosis?
So when I was first diagnosed, the MRI is actually what told them, like, hey, this is what you have going on.
Okay.
I have lesions on my in my brain and on my spinal cord.
Okay.
And I was diagnosed in 2015. Okay. Now it's 2021. So now that's why I was talking about stable. I guess you can call it stable because I don't have more. Like they check it every so often. I get an MRI every so often to make sure everything is fine and I don't have any new lesions. But yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing. Is there anything particularly negative that the lesions cause? Any side effects or symptoms that are caused specifically by the lesions?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like I want to say yes, but I don't actually know
Got
what
it.
they do. Like,
Got it. Got it.
I just know when I go to my appointments and they show me my pictures, my scans and things like that, I'm
Yes.
looking, I'm counting. I'm like, okay, how many do I have?
Yes.
But as
Yes.
far as what they do, you got me.
That's okay. That's okay. And that's something that I can do a little bit more research on and just learn that and help educate people about what the
Yes,
lesions are.
what they are,
And
yes.
I think because naturally I'm just always inquisitive about autoimmune diseases in general. I'm like, okay, what does that do? What does this do? Why
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that there? So
And
my
I've had people ask me before, like,
okay.
because when people think lesions, they think, oh, it
Skin
shows,
lesions.
it's on your skin.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
no, that's not what it
Right.
is.
It's internal.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I got
Yeah.
you. Okay. And then how long did it take you to receive a diagnosis from your first like onset of symptoms? Like when you first knew something was wrong and then when you received your diagnosis?
I think I started having major problems the beginning of 2015. So I was
Okay.
diagnosed July 1st, 2015,
Okay.
but the beginning of 2015, things started getting weird.
Okay.
My walking, my leg, like it was to the point
Mhm.
where I was dragging my leg. I'm like, I can't just get up out of the chair and walk.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
like, what is going on? I'm trying to
Right.
go and
Right.
it's not working.
Right.
And I ended up getting physical therapy. They thought physical
Okay.
therapy would help,
Okay.
but and I cannot remember this man's name, but I thank God for him because
Okay.
my physical therapist was always like, I think something else is wrong. And while we were supposed to be
Mm.
doing therapy, he was doing different tests that he knew of to see
Ah,
what
yes.
exactly was going on. And
Yes.
after a while, he eventually said, I think you need to get an MRI. And
Wow.
I was like, what? Like, and I'm just clueless. I'm like,
Mhm. Mhm.
what are you talking
What
about?
do
What's
I
an
need an
MRI?
MRI for?
What is that for? I'm like, what? And he just kept
Yes.
saying, I think something else is going on.
Okay. Okay.
I was like,
Wow.
okay.
Wow. And then going from that point, receiving your MRI and then getting your diagnosis, what was your first thought when you heard multiple sclerosis?
I was shocked first and
Okay.
foremost. I was shocked. And then I was scared because I
Yeah.
immediately went to Google because
Good Lord.
I was calling everybody, nobody in
Yeah.
my family. They were like, okay, this doesn't run in the family.
Right.
Mom
Right.
doesn't have it, dad doesn't have it. We don't know why you have it.
Right.
So it was and after that point I was scared. I was like, okay, so what
Right.
now?
What happens after this point?
Yeah,
I
what
got
do we do? You
I
told
got
me
you.
this. So
Mhm.
what?
Mhm. And I think that's everybody, has been in this boat. I think naturally we are all just afraid of what this means for our life, how we continue to live life, how do we make accommodations with what we have going on. Um
Exactly.
and I think it's also very natural for us to always jump on Google, which I do not recommend because Google will tell you you dying in 6 months. And I just
Right.
I am just
I
not
was
an advocate for
21.
Googling
I
because
was 21 when I was diagnosed, and
yes.
I think I saw something on Google saying, "Oh, you won't live past the age of 42." And I was like,
Wow.
I was like,
Yeah. That's
okay.
disheartening for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely scary.
Yeah.
So walk me through a day in your life. Having multiple sclerosis, what does your day look like?
So once I wake up in the morning, because I work Monday through Friday,
Okay.
I'll do one of those days because those are my hardest days.
Yes.
So typically I wake up in the morning and the first thing I do is stretch. Thank you, Lord, for waking me up this morning, and I'm
Yes.
stretching. I'm
Yes.
trying to wake my body up, like, because I'm
Mm.
awake, but my body is like, no,
Yeah.
not
It's
today,
still
not in an hour.
mhm. Mhm.
So I'm stretching, trying to get things together. And then once I get ready for work, I'm in pain because I've already done too much. So
Yes.
it's like the more I do, the worse everything is.
Yeah.
But I take all my medicine in the morning when I get up, I stretch, take medicine. But by the time I make it to work, it's like it's like I feel like I'm moody because my body is moody. Because
Yeah.
sometimes my pain level, it may increase
Yes.
and it may decrease. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to get through the day. Like
Right.
whatever everybody else is saying, yeah, okay, but I'm trying trying to
Just
get through
trying
the
to make it through the
day.
day. Yes.
My normal work schedule is 9 to 5.
Okay.
And once I make it to work, I'm like, okay, you could do this. I'm
Mm-hmm.
constantly trying to be positive.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's super hard, I have been better about eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. So in the
Yes.
morning, I've been
Yes.
on it about eating my breakfast and eating my
Yes.
fruit. I have snacks and things because I'm just trying to fuel myself. Like,
Absolutely.
what will work to get you through this
Absolutely.
day?
Yes.
And 9 times out of 10, when I get off work and I make it home, I'm going to sleep. And I always
Yes.
say nap. I say, just give me a minute. Let me lay down. When I wake up, it'll be fine. I have been doing the gym like 3 times a
Okay.
week. So
Okay.
I do the gym after I go to work, and that's about an hour. And he works with me because he knows I have MS, and
Right.
he's working trying to see ways to strengthen my body
Yes.
and my balance because everything is like off. So
Mm-hmm.
I try, but that's typically working gym most of the time. And then when I get home, I'm like, let me get a nap. And then I'll get up
The
having to
body
do other
recharge.
things, look over. That's it.
Yes.
But pretty much, I guess because I have a lot of friends that like stay up late or things like that, by 10 o'clock, I'm probably asleep.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I'm probably done for the day. And constantly pushing. Sometimes I do too much and I end
Yeah.
up paying for it. But I just want to be able to go when it's hard because you can't go.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't
No, I
know.
get that 100%. I think now I'm in a stage in my life where I'm trying to find that balance too. Like on the days that I feel okay, like try not to put too much pressure on myself to get things done because then I
Yeah,
spend 3, 4, 5 days trying to recover from that one day that I did too
exactly.
much. So I
Exactly.
definitely understand that.
Like
How do
today is Saturday, and I was like, I have zero intentions of going anywhere.
yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what y'all need, but I don't include me, please.
Right. Hello, let me just sit here and binge watch some TV or something. Like, let me lay in the bed and be cool and we'll be all right. Listen,
That's all.
I put on my eyebrows today for this interview. Had we not had this interview, my eyebrows would not be on.
I did my hair. My hair is only done because I had a scarf on. Other
I
than
love
that, my
it.
hair, you would have been like, what's wrong with my hair?
I
But I tied
love
a scarf
it.
on. I was like, I'm gonna
Listen.
take it off when it's
Mhm.
time.
Mhm. Yes, ma'am. That is my life. I totally understand it. So how do you cope on the bad days?
I have this thing. I actually have a friend that told me maybe you need to cry more often because in
Yes.
the beginning, I was super emotional, and it's kind of like you have to get used to this because
Mhm.
this is for life.
Yes.
So you can't just
Yes.
be emotional all the time. But I do have people that I talk to. I have a cousin named Raven, and I have an aunt
Shout out
named
Raven.
Nicole.
Come on, Nicole.
They they are super supportive. Like,
Right.
and I don't know, without them, I just because it's like my mom, I don't want to put it on her because she's going through things, and her
Mhm.
baby, she'll be
Right.
in an emotional state. And my
Right.
dad, he's like so tough, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna put it on him because he.
Yes.
So I just, I have them, those two. They help me through it all. I just call
Good.
them, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, and they're
Mhm.
like, you do this, this, and this. You do what works for you.
Yes.
You do like, I
Yes.
love it. I love it.
Support is everything when you're in this
Yeah.
battle. You have to have people who you can lean on and depend on to help you through those days, because there are days where you don't feel like getting out of bed, and quite frankly, you don't feel like eating, showering, or doing anything else. Like, and you have to have those people that are going to push you and say, okay, I know you don't feel like getting out of bed today, but I need you to at least walk to the kitchen and eat a piece of bread or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Like
sometimes
for
if it was
real.
left up to us, we would just lay there.
I would do nothing. I'd be like, it's okay.
Yes, yes. And
Yeah.
what do good days look like for you?
Good days. So I have this thing, like I talked about pain levels
Yes,
earlier. So I'm always in pain. It's just there's some pain that's bearable.
yes.
And if I actually get up, like I test it by the way I get up in the mornings.
Okay.
If I don't have any problem getting up, I'm like, oh, I do the little extra, the little simple stretch, and I'm like,
Yes,
okay, I can
yes.
go. I can go. I'm good. So it's like me being able to bear my pain is
Mm-hmm.
always a good day for me.
Mm-hmm.
Always. That's the only thing I can. I'm not gonna be extra. I'm not gonna go to the mall and walk around all the, all the place
Right,
because then
right.
I'm gonna be on E, and that's not good. So,
Absolutely.
but I think a good day is when I can get through it without recognizing my pain.
Absolutely. Love that. Love that. And what would you say you would want the world to know about autoimmune disease?
I would want the world to know that is it's not easy.
Right.
Although we are we look normal,
Mm-hmm.
we are just as normal, but our normal is different from your normal.
Yes.
is it's different. And a lot of people don't understand. Like I have people, Jira is so I have people that know I have MS and they're extremely sentimental. And then I have people that know I have MS and they act like, oh, nothing's wrong. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I, like, do you like? I don't know. I guess it's harder for other people to understand.
Right.
So is I don't know. Just
Mm-hmm.
don't be judgmental. Like if you're
Yeah.
another person looking at someone that has an autoimmune disease, or you know someone that has an autoimmune disease, just try not to be judgmental, like because
Yeah.
it hurts. It
Absolutely.
hurts.
Absolutely. And I think one thing to also consider, I know for me in my life, the thing that I have struggled with is that people see me one day and I may be okay, and then the next day I'm not, and they like, what happened? And I've just been trying to teach people about the ups and downs, that come,
Yeah.
it doesn't even have to be a day. It could be minute to minute. Like 1 minute I'm perfectly fine, the next minute I'm slumped over. And people don't get that because they have never experienced that before.
They have
You
never
know?
experienced it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always
So
tell people, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
at
I
all.
wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy
At
because
all.
I don't like going through it. So I wouldn't want somebody else to
No.
go through it. It's
No.
just like, I don't know. I think, I do think having an autoimmune disease has helped me, one, not be judgmental, and two,
Yes.
my understanding when I'm talking to people, whether it's relationships or anything else,
Yes.
I'm trying to understand you because I need you to understand me. So
Absolutely.
I just hear me out. Hear me out
Mhm.
because I'm gonna hear you
Mhm.
out. It's
Right.
just
Right.
I don't know.
Yes. I love it. I love it. What symptoms do you deal with on a daily basis?
On a daily, probably leg pain and fatigue.
Okay.
With so many MS symptoms, I've been reading, and it's funny because I want optometry to be a career, but vision can be a problem with
Yes.
people that have MS, and I'm
Yes.
like, oh, okay. Um, I don't have vision problems. I don't have problems with my arms.
Okay.
When I'm walking, I did have major problems with balance, but when I'm walking, I could. I always say if I ever get pulled over and they think I was driving drunk, I wouldn't pass the test. I would. There
Gotcha.
is no way that I can physically walk down
Mm-hmm.
a straight line because
Mm-hmm.
I'm all over the place. I'm just trying
Yes.
to keep myself up. So
Yes.
my legs are always in pain and fatigue because
Okay.
I nap so much. Yeah.
Okay.
Those
Okay.
two are probably the most, yeah.
Is there anything that you use to help with your leg pain?
Not really. The stretches do help. It's just like it's only bad because you can't stretch all day, every day. Like you gotta go
Right.
places. Like I can't. But
Right.
I use gyro. What's the stuff that make your muscles feel better? You you rub it on there.
Muscle rub.
Yeah, it's that stuff. It's like
Okay.
a gel type.
Listen, I didn't know
It's
where
like
you were going. I was trying to pick it up.
it's it's like a gel. I don't even know the name of it, but it's like
Okay.
a gel, and I rub it
Okay.
on my legs, and
Okay.
it's like an intense type of feeling, but it makes
Okay.
it feel better. So I do
Okay.
use
Okay.
that, and the
Good.
numbness and the tingling. There's nothing I can do about it. It
Right.
just always feels like somebody is just.
Pins and needles. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know what to do about that.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
do use cold packs sometimes, but
Okay.
that's
Okay.
yeah.
Good. And then anything that you use for your fatigue other than, taking intermittent naps, or that's just kind of all you got?
No, the medicine that I'm on is the gabapentin. I can take it 3 times a day, but honestly, if I take it one time, I don't feel like it's helping. Like I'll take it just to see.
Gotcha.
I'm like, but honestly, I can take like ibuprofen
Right.
800. Take the ibuprofen to 800, and I'll feel better than my gabapentin. I take other
Okay.
things like vitamin D and things like that, but I don't. Honestly, I don't know if it's helping. I
I
just
gotcha.
take it because I'm hoping this will all
Yeah.
help in some
Work
way.
together and help. Yes. I got you. I got you. How many medications are you on right now?
Mhm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4,
Four.
4.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
4.
And then do you experience any side effects from those medications?
No, not that I know of.
Good.
But that's why I'm trying to work on my eating and things like that.
Yes.
To make sure, if I take something, I know I gotta eat, and I
Yes.
gotta eat something right. I
Yes.
can't always go to Popeyes when I want because that definitely
Yes.
is bad. Like
Yes.
I before MS, I didn't care what nobody said about food and what's bad and fast food
Right.
and this and this.
Right.
Now I'm like, oh, if you eat this, you're gonna pay for it later.
Listen, that has been my life for the past few weeks, and like even before now. So I just found out I had gallstones. Probably I think it's been 2 weeks since I've known that
Really?
that was the cause of some of the pain that I was experiencing.
Yeah.
So I went to get a ultrasound, and I mean, and it's huge. It is for anybody out there who has
But
ever
it has to
experienced gallstones.
it has
Listen,
to pass through, right?
no. So
Oh,
they
okay.
can, but mine is
Oh,
so big that it's not gonna pass through on its own. So they're gonna have to just remove my gallbladder. But when I tell you, I literally had to flip my diet upside down because any fatty food was a no-go for me. And I tried it last night, Tashira. I tried it. I was like, I want me a barbecue baked potato, and that's what I'm gonna eat.
yeah.
I should have tried it. Like it, it was a mess. I was laying here last night and I was like, oh my God, why did I do that to myself? But I literally, like, for the past 2 weeks, had to like reconstruct my diet because
Yeah.
all of that fatty food that, I would normally eat, fried foods, no, that was an
It's
absolute
hard.
no-go. And that is very hard, especially when you're used to eating a certain type of way. Everything I eat is spicy. Everything. I had to stop
Jara, I
all
got family
spicy.
from Louisiana. Louisiana. All the gumbo and the sausage and the
Yes,
everything.
girl. Yes. Yes. All of that is flipped upside down because now you realize, oh, this is causing inflammation. Oh, okay. This is causing me to hurt. And you have to learn to incorporate more fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, into your diet. And I know that's the struggle because I have struggled.
I'm to the point now. So, side note, I stay with my dad now because I
Okay.
moved out of my apartment because I was in the
Okay.
process of trying to get a house or whatever. So I stay with
Yeah.
my dad, and they eat terrible. Okay, and I'm just like,
You better
okay, so I'm
tell
gonna
my
buy some
story.
apples and some bananas
You
and some
better tell
blueberries,
my
and
story.
y'all gonna start eating this stuff. Okay, I was fussing at my brother. I'm like, you see these bananas? You gonna eat these? Because I'm gonna start buying this fruit. And girl, I made some omelets the other day, and I put
Oh
all types of stuff
my
because my daddy don't like green stuff.
God.
I
Okay.
put spinach and tomatoes
Yes.
and what else? I put some turkey, and I put all types of stuff in his omelet.
Yes.
And I was like, here you go. Here, you just eat it.
I love it. I love
Eat
it.
it.
Yeah. You just be having to sneak stuff in. I do the same thing to my parents. I mean, literally the exact same process. I moved out of my apartment trying to get ready to buy a
Man,
house and came back
yeah,
here and I was like, this ain't gonna work.
at all. And I had to do it because I realized when he did cook and things like that, it, I don't know if he knows. He might not know. I can't charge it to him for him just
Right,
cooking, trying to feed his
right.
family.
Absolutely.
But I'm like, I can't eat that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't eat that. Thank you,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I hear you 100% on that one for sure. All right, Tashira. Tell me one thing that puts a smile on your face, no matter how you are feeling.
Family. When
Yeah.
my mom calls, cause I'm in Georgia, so my mom's in Mississippi. My
Okay.
aunt and my aunt is in Louisiana. My cousin is in Florida, and
Okay. So
my
y'all
brother,
are just
my
kind of
sister is in
spread out.
Hawaii. Yeah, everybody's just everywhere. But I absolutely love when any of my family members' name pop up on my phone,
Yeah.
especially if I'm in a bad mood and
Yeah.
I like, cause I know they're gonna say something crazy. So
Right.
I'm
Right. And
like,
they're gonna lift your
I'm good
spirits for sure.
every
That's
time.
good. That's good. I love it. What is one piece of advice that you would give to a fellow warrior?
Probably stay strong and eat right.
Yeah.
Cause eating, I've seen I can eat right for 3 days in a row and feel great. And
Yes.
then the next day when I have that wing stop, I just be like,
Yes.
ah. So I
Yes.
could eat right and stay strong. It's
Mhm.
you support is important,
Mhm.
but you gotta help you.
Yes.
You you gotta help you.
Yes.
You gotta support you, and you gotta take care of you. And it took me 5 years to learn that,
Yes.
and here I am. Like it's
I love
yeah.
that. Love that. Yes, Ashira, you better speak to our lives today. You better speak to us. And kind of along that same sentiment, what advice would you give? Excuse me. What advice would you give to somebody who is newly diagnosed?
Take notes. Take notes when you go to
Good.
your doctor's appointments. Take notes because you're not gonna remember everything that they say. So,
Mm-mm.
and if you do research, which we're against Google, right, Jira? We're but if you
Listen.
do, there are different websites and things that actually give you tips.
Yes.
So
Credible websites. That's the thing.
exactly,
Credibility is important.
exactly. So if you're gonna do your research, make sure it's credible.
Yes.
But that's it. Take notes. Keep a journal. I
Yes.
would strongly suggest writing.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. All righty. Tell us how you would describe a flare.
Ooh. So So my pain, I described my pain one time because it was one of my friends and he didn't quite understand.
Okay.
When your foot go to sleep, because that happens to normal people.
Yes.
When your foot go to sleep and it's trying to wake up,
Yes.
it's that all over my body.
Yes.
It's all over my body. It's like your body's trying to figure out what is going on, and you
Mm-hmm.
can't do anything about it because you're so drained.
Right.
So a relapse is literally taking everything out of you,
Yes.
everything. And the only thing that has helped me thus far is steroids. I'll
Mm,
go and get the steroids, and it'll be like a 3-day process. I had to, when I first was diagnosed, I had to do like a week long, but now I'm just to like a 3-day. You can come for like a 45 minutes to an hour, get the steroid, make your mouth all nasty, and
yes.
then and then after the 3 days, and probably maybe 2 days after that, I'm better. Like I feel better. I'm back
Yes.
to my normal because it's not a regular normal, but
Right. Right.
I can function. I'm functionable. Like
Yes.
so
Yes.
yeah, that's how I would
Love
describe
that.
it.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. One more question. One more, Tashira. Um, let's leave on a high note. Okay. If you could have the perfect day, what would that consist of?
Oh my goodness. So I
Love
remember
your
this question.
response.
I I remember this question out of all of the questions before when we talked.
Yes.
This question I remember, and I remember thinking of everything I wanted to do, all the places I wanted to go.
Yes.
Jara, I would go to Walmart and walk
Yes.
around. But if I had
Yes.
no pain, if I would go to Walmart and I'd buy up everything because I'd be fine. And I would go to the mall and walk around and
Mm-hmm.
shop
Mm-hmm.
because it's and I picked those two because I hate going to Walmart now because I can't like if I'm getting 3 items, so I'm getting. I tell my
Yes.
brother, "Hey, can you go to Walmart with me? I need you to go in and get this, because
Yes.
I can't do it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've tried before, and now I'm to the point where it's like, why even try? Like, and my
Yes.
friends will want to go to the mall, and I used to go, and
Right.
now I'm like,
I can't do
I
it.
what's the point when I
Yes.
know I can't? Like I'm doing
Yes.
too much to myself. It's not
Absolutely.
even about y'all. Like it's me, and I
Mm-hmm.
can't. So
Mm-hmm.
a normal day, I would probably be out all day running errands and everything else. If I didn't get tired, if I didn't have any pain, if I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to go to the bathroom 50 times while trying
Mm-hmm.
to run errands,
Mm-hmm.
I would have a what people call these days running errands normal day. That's probably what it would be.
I love that. I love
Something
that.
so
I
simple, but
share that same sentiment. I think there was one day where I was trying to be super woman, right? I was like, I know I can do this. Why? Because I should be able to do this because this is what normal people do. So I'm gonna go to the store, and I mean, and literally, Tashara, I had lost my mind that day. But I had went to 4 stores. Okay, first of all, I don't even do one well, but I went to 4 back to back, and they were all like across town from each other.
mm, you had a
Why,
whole field trip.
Jara? Why
A
would
whole
you do that to yourself? And then I had the nerve to be mad that by the time I got home, I was completely exhausted. I was like, I shouldn't have to do this. I should be able to go to the store when I want to go to the store.
that is
And I
all.
literally had to go home and take a nap. But that's some of the simple things
The
that
simple things.
it's hard to do with an autoimmune disease. Like,
Yep.
getting up and going and just saying, okay, I'm gonna go do this, and this is not simple anymore.
At all. Like it's and I really thought about that question. I was like, oh, I go out of town, I catch a flight to this. And I was like, no, realistically, I would go run errands.
Yes.
I would wake up in the morning, cook a big
Yes.
breakfast, go run errands, and then come back home and cook, and then come back home and cook a dinner, and
Yeah.
because I wouldn't be tired.
Yes. Yes. I hear you. I hear you
Hey,
100%.
girl.
Well, any last thoughts, Tashira? Anything that you want to say to either our autoimmune warriors, anything you want to say to the general public, just any last thoughts from you?
First, I want to thank you for doing this
Yes,
and for having me,
absolutely.
because this was great. This is my
It was
first
great.
time doing this. Like, I've had people like ask me questions before
Yes.
and say, "Hey, let's do this," but I
Yes.
never did it. But
I got you.
I think it's good to teach
Yes.
people and show people,
Yes.
and people just need to understand, like,
Mm-hmm.
we are who we are, and we're not mean on purpose. We're not
Yes.
tired on purpose. We're not
Yes.
canceling plans on purpose. I just we just trying to get through life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah.
That is the truth for real. And I want to say thank you to you for agreeing to do this. I tell everybody all the time, like, we cannot expect people to understand where we're coming from if we never tell our story. So I
Yep.
appreciate you for telling your story and just allowing me to kind of probe into your life a little bit, get to know what a day in your life looks like so that we can continue to educate everybody else. So
Yes.
thank you, thank you, thank
Yes.
you. I truly,
Thank
truly
you.
appreciate you.
I had fun. I like this, and no problem.
Yay! I'm so glad you had a great time. Thank you so much for tuning into our 1 in 5 campaign today. If you or someone you know is interested in telling their autoimmune disease or chronic illness story, head over to our website at www.chronicendurance.org and fill out the Feature Me form. You never know, you may be next. Before I forget, if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel so that you stay up to date on all the content that we upload just for you. Remember, head up, shoulders back, you were made for this. See you guys next time.